Are you tired of dusting? Are you? Are you tired of cleaning house? It's gonna be my motto. Don't put it off for later, do it now. Good morning, welcome and welcome back. Today is Friday. We've had a very busy week, so I promised Jackson that we would have a do nothing day. He does not have to go anywhere, he does not have to do anything. For me, I'm gonna give this house a good reset so we can just relax all weekend. I'm gonna start with dusting up here and lighting the candles so we can kind of get the fall vibes going. What have you been up to since we last talked? How did your Halloween go? Did your kids have a good time, or did you have a good time? Did you do anything special, or did you just stay home? Can you even believe that Halloween is over and now we're already into the Thanksgiving season? As I mentioned when I put all of our fall decorations up, that even though a few of them have a jack-o'-lantern face, I leave the same ones up for the whole fall. So I just figure that pumpkins are pumpkins and they will still be just fine for Thanksgiving. We'll redecorate again after Thanksgiving. Jackson and I have been busy playing some board games this morning. We have played the Snoopy game that we got at the thrift haul yesterday at the, what do you call those sales? Consignment sales? It was really fun. It was similar to Chutes and Ladders, but peanut style. We're going to play it again here in just a little bit. Of course, I always have the worst luck playing board games. I had to keep going back down. Instead of the ladders, you go down. There's peppermint poles, and you slide up or down the poles. I had to keep going back, and I finally got ahead because we had to swap places. So I got up where Jackson was, got all excited for that, and then like 2 turns later, we had to swap places again, and he had gotten where I was even further behind by having to slide down a different pole. So he ended up winning. But we had read all the directions, but we didn't read at the end where it said in the game because we thought we knew what we were doing. We just thought the first person to finish won. But we realized after that you actually get 2 people to the finish space, and then you do a snowball fight there, which means you each roll a dice, and whoever rolls the bigger number wins. Which I think is a pretty cool twist, that you actually get 2 people over to the finish space before you figure out who the winner is. I'm not sure exactly where I had these. I should have paid more attention. The weather today is beautiful. I have the front door open. I'm about to open the kitchen window. Pixie loves when I open the side window in the kitchen because she can get up there on the windowsill. That looks better. It was really dusty up here. Here's my little Jackson and Thor. You've seen my other statues like this. This is the one with Thor. I used to always set them like this, but every single time Jackson comes over here, he puts them like this. Well, I guess to you it would be like this. He always wants them like face to face, nose to nose, so now I just put them this way. Save him the trouble of having to come rearrange them. All right. Let's get the candle going. Let's set the mood. I haven't done a good clean on the house in a while. You know, I just do the basic upkeep. Let's dust this a little bit. My husband's grandma gave us this china hutch. It's very special to both of us. It's not in the best condition, but the love that she had for it and the memories that we have of her having it Jackie's grandma was a collector of many things, and china hutches was one of them. I bet that woman had 10 or 15 china hutches in her house. She also loved knickknacks. She always had a lot of little knickknacks around, especially at Christmas. Her house was covered in Christmas. Looked like a Christmas elf threw up in there, but it was always very tasteful. And, you know, the kids growing up, they absolutely loved seeing all the stuff that she had out. Another reason I feel very blessed that we have this, she gave this to Jackie and I early on when we were together. I think Josh was maybe a year or two old, maybe not even that old when she gave us this china hutch. And she wasn't one to give stuff away. She was one that would tell everyone, you know, you kind of lay claim to what you want. When I pass, you can have it. But she wasn't one to give stuff away while she was living. And lo and behold, she gave us this china hutch. And then, very sadly, when she passed away, her house caught fire and everything ended up burned down. So I feel even luckier and blessed that we have this, because not very many of her grandkids or great-grandkids have not bigger things to remember her by. They just have the smaller things. She was a wonderful lady. All right, I will do the rest of this later. No, I won't. Who am I kidding? Let me just get it done while I'm here. Never put off till tomorrow what you could do today, right? Who am I kidding? I'm not going to come back and do it later. I'm going to do it now. It's going to be my motto. Don't put it off for later. Do it now. Let's get this candle lit.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher.
Next up, let's get this window open for Pixie, and I'm going to dust the blinds while I'm here. Let me move the rolly cart. You know me, I love these rolly carts. When the grandkids are coming over, I just roll them right out of the kitchen. I was wondering why all of these spilled the other day. I thought they spilled out of this. Now I see that they spilled out of this. I need to dust this whole refrigerator. I need to get my daughter or my daughter-in-law to come help me. You know, I can't stand on a ladder. I'm a fall risk, but I need somebody to clean the top of the refrigerator off, and I will get the sides cleaned. Let's see. Oh, these are dusty. How do you like to clean your blinds? I need to clean the other one in the kitchen. I'm just going to dust it off for today, but I need to actually take them down and either go hose them off or put them in the bathtub and clean them. Let me get my dust rag. What did I do with it? Well, that's why those fell. The whole magnet came off. It's one of those Dollar Tree finds, but I can glue the magnet back on. It's just not sticky enough. I've had this on there for a long time. This was what we did on one of our live streams. You want me to ask you a couple of them while we're here? Let's see. Do you prefer movies or TV shows? That was the Would You Rather. Do you prefer movies or TV shows? I am in the neither category of those. Neither one really holds my focus. If I do ever turn on the TV, I watch something that I've seen a million times before, like Anne with an E. Or what else do I like to watch? I prefer to watch YouTube. I don't have the attention span anymore for movies or TV. YouTube, I watch everything on 2x speed. And that's probably why nothing else keeps my focus anymore. I listen fast and I process fast, and I lose focus and interest very quickly. Okay, these are gonna have to be just taken outside and really cleaned. Look at that, that's gross. It's been several months since we opened this window, probably since the spring. Well, I see why it's so dusty. The inside glass didn't get shut last time. You see Pixie? Oh, she left. She already wants up there. She loves it when I open this window. There she is. You like that, girl? I need to clean the windowsill out. I was going to bring the little vacuum over here and vacuum it. It has a bunch of dirt in it. But I won't scare her off just yet. I'll let her enjoy her peace. Pixie, you like that fresh air? Y'all, my poor neighbor, he has painted his house over here every single year for probably 3 or 4 years in a row. I don't know why his paint keeps peeling off. He's had help. He gets his friends from church over and they all help him scrape it really good and then they paint it. It just looks awful. I think it must be from the hail. We do get hail in the spring and fall. You like that, girl? All right, let's move on to the next thing. Let's restock the flossers and the Q-tips. I don't know why I have cotton. We don't use it very often, but it still looks cute. The bathroom window, if you remember, we had our bathroom remodeled, I guess a year or so ago now. And I was looking for the green flossers. I don't know where they are. I'll put the purple ones in. The guy did a wonderful job on everything except the window. He didn't finish out the window properly. Two things. He didn't finish it out properly, and also, not this past spring, but the last one, or maybe last fall, we had a trampoline in our yard for the grandkids and for Jackson, and we had a great big windstorm and it blew the trampoline into the house and it messed our window up outside. So even though I can only open this one a little ways from the inside, the frame where you slide the window up outside is bent so the window won't slide up. All that to say, I used to open this window because it's directly across from the kitchen window. The kitchen window was on that opposite wall right through the living room, and we used to get an amazing cross breeze through here. We don't get that anymore, but we will get that fixed one of these days. All right, I have some more of these. I just have to find them, but there's a few more in there. And let's restock the Q-tips. We use a lot of Q-tips. Okay, sorry if it is a little loud in here. My vent fan comes on when the light comes on. I'm going to use this and just lightly dust everything off and then put this in the wash. I'm also working on laundry today, but here is my restock. My cabinets, I dusted it before I put these back up there. I didn't do a great job, but it's better than it was. Let's just give everything just a little wipe down in here. Nothing fancy. I did a really good clean of the bathroom the other day when Jackie left. You know, I like to do a good reset of things the day he's coming home and the day he leaves. Kind of gives me a good 2-week schedule of really getting things cleaned. But for today, it's just dusty. And cat hair. You know, there's always cat hair in here. A cat sheds so bad. But you gotta love her, right? I dusted my plants not too long ago. Well, I washed them all off. I put them in the shower and showered them. This cord needs dusted off better. I'll have to bring something else in here and unplug it and clean it. All right, just a basic little reset. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, the next thing we're gonna work on is getting some of Jackson's older shoes ready to sell. These shoes are too small for him. They hurt his feet, or they are shoes that he has never really worn. Well, they're all too small for him regardless. First, we have these boots. Some people call them muck boots, rubber boots, rain boots, snow boots, whatever you wanna call them. They're in great shape. We bought these used. We bought these at a Goodwill bin in Oklahoma City when we went to the Goodwill outlet. I think we only paid like $1 for these, but they are in perfect condition. Jackson wore these all the time. The only thing is he might have taken the insoles out. I can't really tell. I don't know if you can see in there or not. He might have possibly taken part of the insole out, but they're still... I don't think he did. The only reason I say that is because he does that pretty often. I don't mean the whole full insole, but he'll take out that little bitty layer sometimes. Anyway, I'm just going to wipe these down really good. These have been worn exactly 2 times for pictures both times. They really hurt Jackson's feet. He does not like them at all. They hurt his ankles. For anyone that doesn't know, Jackson is an 11-year-old autistic child. He has a lot of sensory struggles, especially with shoes and socks. But he also has Ehlers-Danlos, which is hypermobility, and he has a lot of trouble with his ankles too. When he was younger, he wore SMO ankle braces, but as he got older, he did not like wearing them. They were very, very uncomfortable. So the orthopedic said, let's stop putting him in them, stop paying for new ones unless he asks or starts having a lot of hip and knee pain again. So all that to say, I don't even think I need to wipe these down. I might give them a little spray with Lysol just because they are shoes and shoes are shoes. These are from Walmart. I actually have another pair of these in my closet because last year, or maybe 2 years ago, I got these on a really, really good sale. And before, he had a pair that were similar to this long before that had the zipper, and they were this style and he loved them. So when I saw these on clearance last year, I bought this size and the next size. Lo and behold, he can't wear these once they hurt his feet. And they are pretty stiff. They're made of like basically plastic. And I think they just hit his ankles just wrong. They also have a very narrow toe box. Is that what you call it? So, they bother his toes and they squeeze his feet. He does have pretty wide feet. I'm going to wipe those down. These Jackson has had for 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. They look in really good shape because he just doesn't wear tennis shoes very often. But we bought these before we went to Galveston, so he would have something supportive with arch support, something good to walk a lot in because we knew we would be walking a lot. We went to Houston, Austin, and Galveston all in one trip. We did a lot of walking. So he's had these for a while. I've washed them once. I'll wash them again because the toes are dirty. But I'm going to get these cleaned up and I'm going to sell all 3 of these. And the reason I want to post them all at one time is because I'm going to make a deal on anybody that wants all 3 of them. They all 3 fit the same size, even if they say different sizes in them. So let's get these cleaned up. When you wash your tennis shoes, do you take the shoestrings out? I never have. I just do like a really loose tie on the ends so they don't get caught in the washing machine. The shoestrings are actually not dirty, but I'm just going to do them something like this. And then I will set them out in the sun. It's not even sunny today, but I'll set them outside or in front of a fan to dry. I don't ever put shoes in the dryer. Okay, so we'll put these in the washer in a minute. And I will disinfect my table after I take them off of here. It's just easier to do things on a surface. I'm just going to give these just a very gentle wipe down, just to make them look the best they can. I'm also going to find the other pair in my closet and put them for sale also. I figure it's that time of year that everybody's looking for winter shoes for their kids. You know, they've gone all summer in the same sandals, possibly got something to start school in, but it's going to be winter here soon, and we do get snow. We don't get the amount of snow we did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we got snows so big, blizzards so big that they would cancel school for a day or two. We don't get those anymore, but we do still get 3 or 4 really nice snows, big enough to play in, but they usually are melted within a day or two, or they just turn to straight ice. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm not going to really mess with the bottom. And wipe these down, and I will spray these with Lysol too, because I think boots like this are sweaty and stinky. Not that they really have odor, but you know what I mean. You wear them for a while and your feet smell like sweaty rubber. So I'll give them a good spray with Lysol inside. The top doesn't even need wiped down. I'm just gonna do just the basics. I will probably post these and these for $5, and I'll probably post these for $10 as long as they come out of the washer still looking nice. So if I can get $20 from the 3 of these, then that is $20 I can put towards getting Jackson either a different pair of snow boots or a different pair of shoes for the winter. We have had good success with him wearing his Hey Dude top tennis shoes. He can't wear the regular Hey Dudes because they don't support his ankle at all. But I had forgotten the other day when we kept trying on shoes and he was unable to find any at all to wear. I had forgotten that he had those Hey Dude, more like tennis shoe style. He still can't wear those to walk very long. He'll need some regular tennis shoes or something if we ever go on vacation, next time we go on vacation or something. He can't walk far in them because they don't support his ankles at all. But they definitely will get him around town. He can ride his scooter in them when we go to the park and things like that. So he has actually worn those a couple of days lately, although he is still greatly struggling with socks and with anything but sandals. You saw in yesterday's video when we went to the consignment sale, it was 50 degrees outside. It was freezing. I had jeans on and I had a jacket on, but I took it off before we went inside. But he was wearing shorts and sandals still. He is just really struggling to transition. But we're getting there. All right, let's go put these in the washing machine. As always, we can't put anything in the washing machine until we put the stuff in the washing machine in the dryer. And we can't put anything in the dryer until we take the stuff out of the dryer. Laundry is a never-ending story, isn't it? Even when it's just Jackson and I here, we use so much laundry. We go through towels fast, though. We don't like to reuse our towels. And we do change clothes often, especially myself. All right, there we go. How bad is your lint thing? See how bad mine is. It's probably kind of full because of the towels. It's not terrible. Do some ASMR cleaning. My granddaughter Ava loves ASMR. I sent her a microphone so she can try to make some better ones with her camera. Gosh, I'm dropping something. The last time, before I washed the towels, the last time I washed clothes, I washed something that had a Kleenex in it. Doesn't that make a mess? It was everywhere. Set that right up there on top for a minute. All the stuff from the secondhand, or I keep wanting to call it a secondhand sale. I guess it was. All the stuff from the consignment sale yesterday, along with whatever clothes Jackson and I already had that were dirty. I haven't been putting my fall shirt in the dryer. I've been hanging it up to dry because it's made out of a weird material. I'm kind of wondering if I should do the same for this. I think I might just set it out and let it dry in the air. I don't mess around with small loads of clothes, do you? We have a nice big washer and I feel it not all the way full, but pretty full. What about Spider-Man? Should he go in the dryer? I think he'll be all right. And the little hat for Tate. You see what happened? All the little fuzz came out of the nose and it came unsewed. I'm not very good at sewing, but I think I can fix it. So I won't put this in the dryer. I think from the underneath, I can just sew it on right here. Or I have some fabric glue. I might even just glue it when it dries. Okay. Gotta have the dryer sheets.
Our hearts beat through the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light. Pulls down from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed.
All right, moving on. Let's give the coffee holder a restock, shall we? I'm gonna do a little wipe down from the inside here. I forgot, the easiest way to clean this is to take it out and just rinse it off. I didn't wash the crock pot because I just went outside and dumped the chicken and the taco like juice out of it, so I'm gonna let it soak for a little bit. Can you still see what I'm doing? I guess you can. I'm just gonna do this. Am I the only one that gets my whole shirt wet when I wash dishes? Are you tired of my random questions yet? Let me see if we can get in a better way to do this together. Let's see here. How about here? Is that better? Possibly? It's so hard to reach inside of here, and the bottom doesn't spin. So it's probably not going to look pretty, but at least we'll know it's clean. It would be nice if the base was removable so that you could actually wash it better. Is it? Does it come apart? No, it does not. Well, I guess we can dust up here. Oh well, we'll call it good. One thing that I'm really working on is not being so nitpicky. We don't have to have everything perfect. We just have to have it clean. That's my new motto. All right, husband's coffee. The leftovers of my generic coffee that really made my stomach upset. But you know what? It never hurts to have a backup. Let's see. These ones are caffeinated. These are decaf. And my favorite coffee. What's your drink of choice in the wintertime? My drink of choice all year long is coffee, but I definitely do like hot tea in the winter. My very most favorite tea is peppermint tea. but I can't drink it real often either. Anything that's acidic, I can't have real often. I have gout, and I have just a very acidic body. I've had multiple kidney stones and kidney blockages and surgeries, so I have to be careful with anything minty or anything that causes extra acid. Why are you putting up these up here, you might ask? Well, that's because I'm trying to save some more space for my husband's coffee over here. Let's go get his. I call this my husband's coffee, but I drink it a lot of mornings too. Mostly throughout the day I drink decaf, but first thing in the morning I definitely drink some caffeine. He likes the Texas pecan. He can get this at H-E-B when he goes to work, but he never thinks to get some to bring home. He gets it for work. We don't have an H-E-B here. I wish we did. Jackie buys his work groceries at H-E-B a lot of times, and he gets so many groceries for a couple $100. Like enough for 2 weeks and feeding, you know, the crews at work and everything. Way cheaper than what we have here at Walmart or United. All right, there we go. Let's give it a twirl. All right, let me get my disinfectant wipes. I just saw something else that we need to do together, but one thing at a time. Let's not get too sidetracked, too distracted. Let me get this out of the way so you can see. I'm just going to wipe this down. I'm going to move the coffee pot around enough to wipe. Give it a good wipe down over here. It always gets dirty. Just dust and cat hair, lint. We have lint everywhere. I don't know if it blows out of the vents. We had our vents cleaned a few years ago, but I didn't notice that it did any difference or any good at all. I think I've showed you this before. My other drink of choice is this blackberry lemonade, and I drink it hot. I make it in the Keurig just with hot water. I put one of these and I fill my whole cup on the fullest amount of water with one of these. It tastes like tea more than lemonade. And lemon, fun fact, lemon is very, very, very good for your kidneys. You would think it would make your body more acidic, but it does not. My nephrologist has told me to try to drink some kind of citrus or lemonade or lemon every single day. Yes, my coffee cup lives here. It gets cleaned here and there, gets rinsed out every time I drink out of it, but it lives on the coffee pot because it gets used all day long. Why do anything else with it? We have a stain over here from the coffee. I also keep on a paper towel, I keep my tablespoon that I measure my creamer with. Part of my weight loss journey is to quit pouring more creamer in my coffee than coffee. I get 2 tablespoons per huge cup of coffee. All right, there we go. There's that. I'm sorry if the dryer's loud. Hopefully this microphone is drowning some of it out. There's that. I'll put I've got Jackson's hot chocolate in here, some chamomile tea, and a couple of other water flavorings in case the kids ever want it. Jackson used to want the water flavorings, but he doesn't like them anymore. I find most of them too sweet. I don't like real sweet drinks. Okie dokes, there's that. Let's put this back over there until I figure out what to do with it. All the gum. Let's keep on keeping on over here. Can you still see what I'm doing? What do you need to clean in your house? We got Pixie's catnip over here. This stuff is potent. One little sprinkle and she'll go nuts. All of this over. I don't know why I keep this little timer. We don't even use it anymore. Now that we have phones and Alexa and all the things. I had to give it to the grandkids to play with. When Jackson was little, he loved pushing the buttons in here and it beep. I used to have 3 of these. I don't know what happened to the other one. I have one in my china hutch. These are antiques. These were from Maxwell Coffee, I believe. Yeah, Maxwell House. And I have the lid down here to protect the metal from the countertop. But it is just my utensil holder. Look, even some of my utensils are dusty. You can tell the ones we use versus the ones we don't. I should probably dump them all out and wash them good one of these days. I should probably just get rid of the ones we don't use. You know, why keep stuff that you don't use? Why do we hang on to so much stuff just in case? If it's been here long enough to collect dust on it, I would say it's safe to say that we don't need it. We don't use it. There's that 4-ingredient recipe book. Comes in very, very handy. I was gonna cook something today, but I have so many leftovers. I don't need to cook for a few days. And you guys may be tired of seeing cooking videos. We've done a lot of them lately. It's almost warm enough to cook in the oven though. The big oven where we can use a big pan and cook some big casseroles. What else? Put the utensils back. Much, much better. This thing has actually stayed pretty clean from the last time we cleaned it well. I have times over here, my memory is awful, and I don't cook things in here for the time that they say on the package. I kind of know exactly the time that Jackson will eat his pizza and his muffins, because if they're cooked any different, they look different, they're a different texture, he won't eat them. So I keep notes to myself there, and hopefully one day notes to himself so he can cook his own. And if there were ever any reason that somebody else needed to be here to cook for Jackson, and for whatever reason I wasn't, they can follow my notes also. Not something we like to think about, but when you have an autistic kid with high needs, it's definitely something you need to think about, right? 2 times I've ended up very unexpectedly in the hospital for days, and it's a good thing that I kind of had notes around for other people to look at and kind of know how to get things done to the best that they could and the most similar to what Jackson's used to. One more thing I'm going to show you guys. I know you've seen my pantry before. Again, another rolly cart. I guess you can't see what I'm doing here. My mobile crafting office. Another thing that I can move out when the kids come over. Look at my table, it's a mess, but we are in crafting mode because we have the craft show coming up. Okay, I know you've seen this, but my pantry for the last few days has not stayed closed because there's so much stuff in the way. So let's move it up to here from down here. We have big bars. Jackson ate these for a long time, and then for many months he wouldn't eat them anymore. But just recently my husband's been buying them again, and Jackson is back into eating them here and there. So we have these I'm going to put in the door. We have these that are the grandkids, and we just restocked a big full one. And we have Jackson's Rice Krispie bars. Let's get all these boxes out of the way and out of this house. Let's put this stuff in here. Let's move the crackers up. You know, some of these need to be gotten rid of. We've had these raisins in here for over a year. I'm sure nobody's going to eat them. Fruit leathers. Sam's used to sell fruit leather that all the kids loved. They no longer have them in our area, so I bought these. I ordered these from Amazon and paid a lot of money for them, and the kids won't even touch them. Every time I open one, they take one bite and put it back. They're kind of oily. They've been in there for a long time, but I keep them in there. I don't think they'll go bad. And you know, if worse comes to worse and we're ever super hungry, they might get eaten. Maybe when those little kids come over that come around and sell stuff, maybe I'll see if they want some. I am dusty from head to toe. Why did I wear black to clean? I don't know. All right, let's put the kids' applesauce all over here. And let's fill these up with the Rice Krispies. Can you see what I'm doing? I really don't want y'all staring at my butt. How about I bring you closer? Is that better? Ta-da! From this to this. Get rid of the bulk so your door will close. Now the fruit snacks. Let's move on down. I saw a crumb of something in here. Let's get rid of that. On to the Mott's. Jackson used to love fruit snacks when he was little. He has not eaten them in years. Jackson has a doctor's appointment next week, and I kind of look forward to check his weight and do a weight check because he is really struggling to eat lately. It's weird because this summer, you know, he's tried a lot more new foods. I bet he's tried 5 new foods over the spring and summer, which is amazing for him. And he's eating a couple of things that he had stopped eating for a while, like the fig bars. But his overall quantity of food that he's eating is so small. So small. He eats what you would expect maybe a 2-year-old to eat quantity-wise. I think his weight looks okay. I think with us making sure he drinks milk at least once a day, I think that helps because it is high protein. I don't know what these are. Some of this stuff has been in here a long time, so I'm assuming the kids don't like it. There, much better. Now, let's see, the real test. Can we close it? Yay, it stays closed again. Woohoo! My husband just put these lights in here at the beginning of the year. I thought he was silly for wanting to put lights in the pantry, but my Lord, it has helped a lot. We can see everything. You can see all my stash of everything. This is all Jackie and Jackson's stuff. One thing for Jackson eating, he bought these and he ate them and the box is almost empty, so then he wanted me to buy them again. So we ordered them again and now he won't touch them. He won't eat them. Just gonna keep them there. I don't think they'll go bad. These are from the Rice Krispies. He enjoyed making the bars, but he didn't eat them. So I don't know, maybe we'll try a different flavor of them. Maybe we'll put some flavor in them. And then of course his muffin mix and all of that. And my canned goods. This is my shelf right here. It has all my beans and my vegetables. This is Jackson's shelf of snacks, or the kids' snacks that don't get eaten. Most of what gets eaten out of here is this, and then my husband, his granola and his cereal up here. What next? What are we gonna get into next? We're getting a lot done today, aren't we? It's humid in here. Let's go turn some fans on. The candle is smelling really good in here. All right, let's turn the fan on. Let's go on high. There we go. The fans are another thing when I get some help over here to help me clean the stuff up high. They're actually not bad. Neither one of them, the kitchen one or this one, look bad. But when I get someone over here to help do the top of the refrigerator and the blinds and things, I will go ahead and have them do the ceiling fan too. Just get it all done. We'll call it the fall cleaning. Whew, I'm hot. This fan feels good. I cut my bangs. Remember we talked the other day about changing hairstyles? I decided just to let everything else grow. I'm just going to keep cutting my bangs, even though this is really thick and long and won't really do anything. I want to see if I can handle the hair on my neck to do the mullet. I really do want to give it a good shot, but it's just going to depend. I hate hair on my neck. It's not even very long, you can see, but it's long enough that it already drives me crazy. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to just let it grow for a while until I'm either absolutely sick of it and end up cutting it off really short, or I'm going to grow this out enough to get it cut into the mullet style that I showed last time. So, what next? What do you want to help me with next? We should dust this over here. Are you tired of dusting? Are you? Are you tired of cleaning house? Maybe this will be our last thing. Let's get this dusted and get a little bit of this picked up. All of these hangers are from the clothes we bought yesterday. We don't need more hangers. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'll see if Keisha wants them for the kids. Everything else in here is fairly clean. I just vacuumed the other day. So let's get to it. Pixie knocked this owl off the other day. Poor thing lost even more of her little wooden feathers, but she's still adorable. I have not lit this candle this year. Jackson and Jackie hate the smell of the candle I lit over there, so I only light it when they're not in here. This one, you know what this candle smells like? Because it's from last year. It smells like burnt wick. Why do they do that? Let's see. I don't want to move all of this. I'm just going to try to dust around it. Oh, the owl is losing her flowers too. I'll have to tuck them back into her. Maybe Pixie chewed those out. Let's see. Maybe that'll be enough for me to dust around it. Surprisingly enough, she has not knocked that down. She heard me talking about her. She heard me say, Pixie will knock this down and take it down, so I'm going to have to move it. She heard me, guys. Guess what else? She rarely sits in my chair. Ever since the day we made that funny video where we counted how many times she got in my chair, and I pushed her out and pushed her out and pushed her out. She rarely sits in my chair since then. She went back to sleeping on the back of the couch. I also did wash her cat bed, and now that it's colder, she curls up in her cat bed again. And other than that, she just kind of walks around meowing, and she does sneak in my room often and sleep underneath my bed skirt. But I think it's funny. It's like she knows when I'm talking about her, and she proves me wrong. She's like a little toddler, right? You know, when you have a toddler or a child and they learn a new skill and you want to show someone, you want to show the doctor or the grandparents or your spouse or your friend, you want to say, oh, they learned how to do this, they learned this word, or they learned that. And the minute you try to show somebody their tricks, they say, I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? I don't do that. Okay. That should be good enough to keep the dust down out of here. My allergies are better today because I took allergy medicine last night. But they have still been horrible, and I can't take allergy medicine every day. Once again, it goes back to that acidic body. I can't handle it every day. Drives me out too much. There we go. How's that? See if we can fix her little feather headband. That looks good. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing up there, can you? That looks pretty good. All right, let me dust this. I'm going to end this video here. I'm about to lint roll all of this lint off of my clothes, and then I'm going to go write for a little bit in my journal. For a little update on my journal, I have really enjoyed writing in this. I have several pages full. It's only been a week and a day since I started this, I think, and I've been writing in it every single day. It has really been a blessing to me, and I'll do a big update video when my month of the challenge is over. But I have definitely been carrying this with me everywhere we go. I put it right in my pocket. It fits right along with my cell phone, doesn't take up any extra space, and it has been really a joy. But I'm going to go write in it a little bit. I like to write down a little bit of the Bible studies that I do in the morning. I'm doing 2 different Bible devotionals right now, and I like to take notes on those so that I can look back on them and remember them. And along with all the other things that I write about in here, you'll never know all the secrets that this little bitty journal holds. I am pleasantly surprised to see that even in and out of my pocket and all over, I've written in it at the park, in the car, in doctor's offices, everything else. The embellishments that I did, because you know I covered this journal front and back, and even my little blingy bookmark, they're holding up very well, and I'm happy to see that. So when I sell these at the craft show, I'm not selling something that's going to easily fall apart or tear up. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this clean with me video. Thank you for keeping company while I got my house back in order, and we are ready to relax. I'm going to make some lunch here in a little bit. I'm going to cook me up some sweet potatoes and put some meat on them. Have a great day. Do something nice for yourself. Maybe that would be getting your house clean so you don't have to worry about it for a while. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.